First of all, I will present some of the backgrounds of this case study. The agricultural sectors accounts for 19.3% of Bangladesh GDP, which is gross domestic product, and rice alone contributes to 46% of the total of this GDP. Rice is a critical crop for food security in Bangladesh, accounting for 91% of total food grain productions and being a staple food for over 99% of the population. Rice productions in Bangladesh currently face significant challenges from environmental stress, particularly flooding and drought. About 50% of rice growing areas are affected by flooding, 20% by drought, and 30% by the salinity. Climate change and uneven distributions of rainfall is expected to increase the frequency and intensity of these extreme weather events like floods in several regions, which further threatening the rice productivity. Although rice is known for its physiological capacity to grow in flooded conditions, submerged for more than a week has been found to negatively affect the yield of several rice varieties. To address these challenges, climate-resilient rice varieties have been developed, including submerged tolerant with SUB1 gene and drought-tolerant varieties. The study aimed to assess the yield advantage of these new climate-resilient varieties compared to traditional farmer-chosen varieties, as well as evaluate their adoption rates. The research was conducted over 3 years, which is from 2016 to 2018, across multiple districts in Bangladesh, using on-farm trials to compare the performance of new and traditional varieties. The study was supported by various research programs and funded by organizations like the European Union, IFAD, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Next, I will talk about the problem identification in this case. So the first problem that can be identified in this case is flooding. In Bangladesh, rice is one of the most important crops. Rice is a significant crop in Bangladesh, accounting to 91% of the total food output. Over 99% of the population relies on it as a daily food source. Per capita, rice intake is around 416 grams per person per day. The main challenge and problem faced by the country in rice cultivation is flooding. Rice production is limited by frequent flooding in high rainfall region and inundation from nearby bodies of water. Flash flood that lead to the submerge of plant for more than 10 days, according to Naya et al. 2022. Next, I will talk about the second problem that can be identified in this case. So the second problem is drought. Drought is mostly caused by low and unpredictable rainfall. According to Naya et al. 2022, droughts are common in Bangladesh northwestern region. Drought can impact rice crop at multiple stages of growth, including post-transplantation and establishment, early phase of drought, and reproductive terminal drought in transplanted almond, leading to significant yield losses. Bangladesh, the seventh most affected country by extreme weather events, saw such occurrence from 1999 to 2018. Although data based on a comprehensive evaluation of the August 2017 flood-affected food crop are unavailable. Almond rice in low-lying areas were probably the most affected area in Bangladesh by Naya et al. 2022.
Study was conducted across 3 districts, which are Sylhet, Chapai, and Panchagap in Bangladesh during the almond season of 2016 and 2017. This region represents different agroecological zones known as AEZ of Bangladesh. A few well-known rice cultivar with droughts and submersion resistant SUB1 made up the experimental materials. Evidence is produced using this strategy to determine whether or not to increase the varieties. The study sites were chosen because they were situated in an area where abiotic stress is common. The farmers from a variety of AAZ were chosen for the trials by means of several partners from the National Agricultural Research and Extension System. On-farm trials were established. These on-farm trials are multi-locational strip trials in which the test varieties are grown alongside the farmer's chosen variety in a side-by-side manner. In this case study, there are several methods that are being used to carry out the experimental. First one are participatory rural appraisal, which is known as PRA. PRA were organized in the participating village in the subsequent year of varietal introduction in order to measure adoption. The speed of varietal dissemination were measured by calculating the seed dissemination ratio for 3 consecutive years. By using dissemination ratio formula, A minus B divided by A, whereby A are numbers of farmers who had taken seeds from original trial farmers and had cultivated the variety, and B, known as number of farmers who participated in the original traits. Second one are the focus group discussion. This method are being used for scientific measurement of yield and related parameters, combination focus group discussion with transect walks and participant observation. Participants are encouraged to interact with each other, reacting to and expanding on each other's responses. The third investigation method that are being used in this case study are location observed yield advantage, short form LOYA, statistical analysis that were used to calculate the yield advantage and express it as the percentage change in yield of the new cultivar over its farmer chosen or popular check variety in a particular environment. The mean location of the farmer variety were calculated by using the following formula: location observed yield advantage Z minus Y divided by Y times by 100, where Z equal to test or the new variety and Y is equal to farmer chosen variety. The fourth one concepts are similar with LOYA, but calculation are using a different formula. Location estimated yield advantage LIA, where Z equal to test or new variety and YL equal to all location mean of farmer chosen variety. As per usual, every experimental and case study will end with statistical analysis. With the fifth one, investigation that we can derive from this article, adoption percentage for the climate resilience crop. The virtual adoption percentage were assessed by evaluating farmers' qualitative responses in the subsequent year after varietal introduction. The farmers in the participating village took part in a series of FGD and field days. The response were recorded from the total farmers present on the day of the PRA. Adoption percentage are calculated by number of farmers participants who had cultivated the new varieties in the subsequent year divided by total number of farmers participants in the PRA. The last method that are being used in this investigation method are analysis of variance, which is known as ANOVA, are performed to find the difference in means on the adoption and performance of climate resilient rice varieties in Bangladesh. Difference between mean were compared with the Turkish honestly significant difference test.
The following section presents the main findings from the trials and adoption studies of various rice varieties, including BRR1 done 52, BRR1 done 51, BRR1 done 56, and BRR1 done 71, compared to their respective checks varieties. The data were collected from multiple locations across Bangladesh, especially focusing on Scarlet's Cox's Bazar, Chapai's Nawabansh, Kalkogon, and Panchgarh district during the wet season from 2016 to 2018. Key measures such as grain yield, adoption rate, and seed dissemination ratio are analyzed to evaluate the performance and acceptance of these improved rice varieties among. The first one is grain yield comparison of BRR1, DAN 52, and BR11. In both silos E1 and Cox Bazar E2, BRR1 DAN 52 consistently outperformed the farmer choosing variety BR11 in grain yield. The average yield of BRR1 DAN 52 were 4.470 hectare A1 in silage and 5.40 TH hectare 1 in Cox Bazar compared to 3.72 T hectare 1s and 4.90 T hectare 1 for BR11 at the respective location at figure 2 table 2, and this represents a yield advantage of 20.2% in silage and 10.2% in Cox Bazar. The adoption rates for BRR1 DAN 52 in silage, Gowen Hut and Kanite Hut shown a steady increase from 2017 to 2019, reaching up to 38% and 44% respectively, shows at table 3. The second one is adoption and dissemination. The adoption rate of BRR1 DAN 52 in Gowen Hut and Kanite of started from 2017 to 2019 displayed an increasing trend, 22% and 28% and 38% in Gowen and 70%, 24% and 44% in Kanite, shown at table 3, and the seed dissemination ratio during the same period were 5, 6, and 8 in Gowen and 3, 5, and 1 in Kanite, shows in the figure 4. Third is seed variability. Both plots shown in figure 5 indicate that BRR1 DAN 52 had a higher median yield in Cox Bazar compared to shallots, with the lower quartile Q1 in Cox Bazar being higher than the upper quartile Q3 in shallots. However, the trial in Gowen Hut silage and shows significant yield variability and outlier due to abiotic stress, which lead to yield instability in farmer chosen varieties. The fourth one is yield comparison of BRR1 DAN 51 in Shawarna. During the wet seasons of 2016 and 2018, BRR1 DAN 51 yielded Shawarna in Chapai, Nawabanj E3 with yields of 5.33 T hectares 1 compared to 457 T hectare 1 for Shawarna in 2016. The Loya and Leia values for BRR1 DAN 51 were 14.91% and 14.12% respectively, shown in the table 2 figures. 5 is adoption of BRR1 DAN 51. The adoption rates of BRR1 DAN 55 during 2017 to 2019 in Sadar and Jomastapur of Chapai Nawabanj also shows an increasing trend, with Sadar reaching 29% and Jomastapur reaching 53% in 2019, shows in the table 3. The seed dissemination ratio were 4, 6, and 6 in Sadar and 3, 6, and 8 in Jomastapur over the same period, which shown in the figure 3. This is yield comparison of BRR1 DAN 56 with Binan DAN 7 and BRR1 DAN 39. In 2018, BRR1 DAN 56 shown significantly higher yields than Bina DAN 7 and BRR1 DAN 39 in trials conducted in Netor, Takugon, and Panchagard district. The yields of BRR1 DAN 56 were 3.66 T hectare 1 and 4.19 T hectare 1 compared to 3.440 hectare 1 in 3.570 hectare 1 for Binandan, 7 in Panchagard and Takurgon respectively. In Netor, BRR1 DAN 56 yielded 5.550 hectare 1 compared to 5.370 hectare 1 for BRR1 DAN 39, which shown in the table 2. The second one is seed variability for BRR1 DAN 56. The yield distribution for BRR1 DAN 56 show normal dispersion in Takurgon, moderate negative skewness in Pachagan, and extreme positive skewness in Netor 1, indicating less to moderate yield variability in Pachagan and Takurgon, but high variability in Netor, which is shown in a figure 5. The third one is the comparison of BRR1 DAN 71 and Binan DAN 7. BRR1 DAN 71 consistently yielded higher than Binan DAN 7 in all on-farm trials. In 2018, BRR1-71's yield was 5.48 t hectare 1 compared to 5.31 t hectare 1 for B9-7. Loya and Lia values for BRR1-71 were 3.30% and 3.20% respectively, shown in the table 2 and figure 4. The last one is adoption of BRR1-71. The adoption rate of BRR1-71 from 2017 to 2019 in Boda, Sadar, and Atwara of Panchgarh district shown significant increase, with Boda reaching 19.4%, Sadar reaching 19.6%, and Atwara reaching 95% in 2019, shown in table 3. The seed dissemination ratio were 14, 16, and 22 in Boda, 15, 17, and 22 in Sadar, and 12, 17 and 21 in the Atwara over the same period, which show in the figure 3.
Recommendation for this case study is the first one: promote large-scale adoption of those climate resilience varieties, especially in flood and drought-prone region. Their yield advantage even under normal conditions make them attractive option for farmers. And the second one is ensure adequate availability and supply of good quality labor seed through public and private extension and the delivery networks. This is critical for accelerating variety replacement. And the third one is establish target public-private community partnership to strengthen seed system and accelerate the supply of early generation, as well as commercial seed, and this can enable faster varietal turnover. Continue conducting participatory on-farm trial and demonstration of this variety. This study showed these were effective in driving awareness. One is focused breeding effort on developing climate resilience variety that also show yield advantage under normal conditions. This dual benefit is the key for farmer acceptance. And the sixth one is provide training and extension support to farmers on proper agronomic management of this variety to maximize their yield potential. And the seventh is monitor and evaluate large-scale adoption to identify any challenges or concentrates and refine dissemination strategy accordingly. And the last one is conduct further research on the economic impact of adopting this variety at household and community levels.
As a conclusion, the present case study on climate resilient rice varieties in Bangladesh highlights the significant potentials of these varieties to revolutionize rice agriculture and improve food security inside the country. With yield gains ranging from 3.20% to 17.67%, the research effectively demonstrates that these new varieties outperform traditional ones, even in non-stressed situations. High adoption rates from 50% to 96%, and quick distributions via community networks show that farmers are ready to accept these cultivars when the advantages are clear. These high-performing cultivars are a notable result of national breeding initiatives. Recommendations include promoting large-scale adoptions, ensuring good quality seed availability, and developing public-private community partnerships for efficient seed distributions. The broader implications of these studies are extensive, potentially impacting food security, climate change adaptations, agriculture sustainability, and the national economy. This finding can inform agricultural policies, emphasizing the need for continued investments in crop breeding and seed distribution systems. Overall, the success of these climate-resilient rice varieties in Bangladesh offers valuable lessons for other rice-producing countries facing similar environmental challenges, which are flooding and drought, presenting a model for adapting agriculture to climate change while ensuring food security. That's all from us. Thank you.